Today we're going to cover loan comparisons, how to enter that and print that out. I'm going to put up our housekeeping with the legal disclaimer. I'll leave this on for just a minute, allow you to read that before we proceed on with how to set up the loan comparison screen. I'll be your presenter today. My name is Allie Whitaker. I'm the team lead for the Professional Services Training Group here at Calyx Software. Today we're going to be covering how to use the loan comparison screen in Point. So let me go ahead and open Point and we'll get started. Okay, so I've opened up Point. Let's go ahead and open a loan up. The loan comparison form can be found on the top menu bar under Marketing and Loan Comparison. This screen will show you what's going to print on your loan comparison form. You've got your first column, your prospect program. This is what you've entered into your file. To get the scenario 1 and 2 to populate, you're going to go down to the very bottom with the gray buttons and click Edit Scenarios. This is going to actually take you to the anti-steering disclosure screen, and this is where you can create those scenarios. So let's walk through creating a scenario that will transfer over for us. I'm going to go up to the very top in blue where it says Scenario 1, and underneath that has a Create button. So we're going to click that Create button. It's going to basically duplicate what you currently have as your loan file. So to change the information to make it a loan that you can compare, you're going to click the Edit button that's under that Edit Scenario. And this is going to open up your Scenario 1 that you can edit. You'll be able to tell that you're in Scenario 1 since over on the left top bar by the borrower's name, you see a B and Scenario 1. This tells you that you are in that scenario and you can change anything without changing your actual borrower's file. So let's scroll down a little bit and change a little bit of information. Let's say they'd rather put down 10% in this scenario, and that gets them a lower interest rate. And let's also go over to the fee worksheet and adjust some of their fees. We'll say on this one that they'll also get a lender credit. Once you're done with all of your changes in your scenario, you can either go back to your marketing drop-down and loan comparison, or you can go up to the top right of the screen. You'll see a drop-down that has Scenario 1 and Anti-Steering Screen. This will get you back to your anti-steering screen so you can add other scenarios. Before you leave your scenario, you will want to push the save icon so it will save and update onto the anti-steering screen for you. So let's do that. And then we'll go back over to our anti-steering screen. So we have our first scenario there. Let's go ahead and create a scenario number 2. So same process, I'm going to click the Create button under Scenario 2. This is going to duplicate my borrower's file, not Scenario 1 that we altered. We're going to go in and edit Scenario 2. So I'm going to click that one. And again, you can see up in the top left the orange header, Scenario 2. And we can again go in and do any updates. So we can do a higher interest rate. Let's go over to the fee worksheet and add some fees in there. And we can put a higher lender credit in for this one. I'm going to click Save. And then I'm going to go back to our marketing and loan comparison screen. You can see now that all 3 of the scenarios are filled out for us, so those will print onto our loan comparison form. I'm going to go up to the print icon or file print and pull up these forms. There are 2 options that you have when you are printing a loan comparison form. The first one is the APR or qual income. So I'm going to click that one first and then do a print preview so we can see what this looks like. I'm going to zoom in. You can see this shows all of the line items very similarly to the chart that we had on that screen. And at the bottom we'll show them the APR difference in all of their loan types. Let me close this one. Let's go back up to print and we'll look at the second one. The second loan comparison is the months to compare. This is going to show you the difference between all 3 scenarios, but you do have to enter the number of months that you want to compare it over. So let me close this. To enter that information, again, it's going to be at the bottom of the screen in these gray buttons. We're going to click compare. And this is going to ask you how many months do you wish to compare. I'm going to enter 12 months so the borrower could see what the difference between all 3 loan programs would be after a year. It's going to bring up this loan comparison chart so you can get an idea of what would print on the form for the borrower. Click OK here. And then we can go look at that in the print preview. So months to compare and our print preview here. This form has an extra section down at the bottom, number of months to compare, and it's got line items here. The net difference down at the bottom is going to include the down payment, the closing costs, interest paid, so what the difference out of pocket would be for that borrower for this 12 months. We also have the ability on the loan comparisons to add who you've prepared it for. So if you have paired up with a realtor, you could add that information into your flyer for them. Let me close this screen. To add that, again, we're at the very bottom with the gray buttons. We have a prepared for button. And this is where you could add the company information or realtor that you're working with that you would like to show on your flyer. All marketing pieces have a spot at the top for your logo or image to go. To upload that, you're going to go up to your utilities menu bar at the top, to your company defaults, and then your marketing letterhead. You'll click Browse, locate your image, and then I would recommend clicking the Auto Fit to keep that image in that top left section of the marketing flyer. If you do have any questions, we do have our contact information here along with our customer support. Thanks for joining.